picture of my daughter saying.
Welcome, folks.
"Beautiful picture," or whatever.
It's our select board workshop for October 27th.
Is what it is.
We will. There we go. Okay.
What's the name?
BOBBITT.
You did the photos.
Yeah, well, yeah. And there's a box over there that I looked through as well. These text are awesome. Looks total 5.
I'll add the plow into this, okay? Yeah. $97. $78,438. I'm just gonna put some on the bottom of my son. Well, I was expecting land share riders to be here at 4:30, and I see no one. So, I'm gonna double check that, sir.
Jen, I'm wondering when they even tell me to suggest that they get out then that they shouldn't come.
That was way before we talked about this, though. Well, maybe there was some miscommunication. I don't know. Select Board Office, this is Jen. Oh. If I could count the number of these calls that I get daily, why is it that my number gets them? If we consolidate phones and get rid of them, let's get rid of this number, okay?
I think we should do that anyway, but
I do too. Which reminds me, I'll send another email over. Oh, you know what, while Norman was in here, I was gonna talk to him about his office and having our assessor in there.
yep.
Just so he knew, and just, because Norm's here on Monday, and we don't know from Bob yet what he wants to do for date, or for time, day, so as long as it's not Monday, so they're not both hosting town folks, perhaps? The other possibility is using the planning board.
Yeah, because most likely they wouldn't be here during planning board meetings.
Right. And then they could make days whenever they needed to. I was gonna meet with both Desiree and Kim Joyle at 4, and Kim was not able to make it, so I've asked, Desiree said she could be here at 2:30 on Thursday, and I'm waiting to hear back from Kim, but if that's possible during our workshop hours, we can open up, go to executive session just to have a discussion between the four of us, and maybe even Tom Winter would come in as ZBA chair, and just go over a few things and see, and then we can later decide if that's the choice we want to make on Monday, following Monday. Did you get the email with the warrant disbursement? I know you did.
I did.
Okay. And did you as well, Aaron?
A warrant disbursement.
Yeah, I put an attachment in for us to have a policy to be renewed yearly.
Yes.
Okay, I have that. I actually printed it out for us to sign later on, along with the appointment sheets. Oh, that letter's still on the printer? The door says that our workshop on Thursdays is at 2 to 4. But we are 2:30, correct?
Yes.
On
Yes.
Thursdays, yeah, so I need to have Renee change that, because somebody came in, I don't know when it was, but, you know, it says 2 to 4, and I'm like, it's 2:30.
I mean, I would've been sitting right here, so.
They came in, but it was actually after the public hearing, when you guys left, so,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So he said 2 to 4, and I'm like, no, it's 2:30 to 4. The other
And
thing,
it's not
it's not on.
guaranteed to be till 4,
Right.
so it's,
Not a guarantee.
Does it need to be posted on the door at all?
Just doesn't need to be approved on. I wouldn't think so.
I mean, if we're gonna post it at all, I would put start times.
Or even a disclosure, you know. Meetings subject to content discussed. Maybe nothing. The Youthful Maine food distribution for November is listed as being on Thanksgiving Day. The 27th of,
Oh, I haven't even,
gotten that far
I
yet.
haven't touched November's calendar yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we're gonna do it at 1 o'clock, and I'm gonna email them.
yeah,
text
I
them.
saw that on the, on their website, I think.
Hey, David.
Certificate of reoccupancy.
I just wanted people to be able to know that they're allowed to be in here now.
Nice.
Had to do with the floor.
Yeah. It looks a lot different.
Just in time for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. A little early.
That's okay. I thought we were having another, some people coming in at 4:30, so have a seat. Have a
Okay.
seat.
Was the other individual coming in?
Well, I did say you would be here at 5, whether he
Yep.
remembers or not. I don't
Okay.
know. This is a fellow named Ryan who lives on Hobbs Farm.
Okay.
I think I told you guys already, he's at that in Rhode Island,
Yep.
looking to retire and be here, well, be here in town.
Okay.
And offering his services in any way, shape, or form. And I said, well, come in and talk to the ACO that we have. And so,
Yep.
yeah, I don't, sure if you will, or if I know he's commutes back and forth, so,
Right.
yeah.
When does he retire from there?
I think he wants to be up here full-time in January.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he also runs, or works in a shelter down there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not 100% positive.
Gotcha.
Excuse Bless you.
Bless you. A
So,
wonderful wife
oh, good, is this a,
has made this, and I want to throw it by you as a board to see if you'd be interested in me using that.
what is add?
Oh, ACO.
Okay, it says ADD. I know what
Oh, it
ADD
does.
stands for, but,
Well, I will ask her what that means. Start time, end time, start mileage, end mileage. Name, phone, type of call. The only thing that I may end up having her remove is the name and the phone. I think she's thinking that this is like a monthly call. When I get a phone call, I can put it in there. But I can use this as mileage too. There's certain things that I can allow on paper, there's certain things that I can't do to HIPAA. So. I'll find out from her what that means.
is that enough space for you to do type of call? Well, it's not like you can't add to it,
Right,
Yeah.
exactly,
right?
yeah. Because she's got type of call over here.
Right,
So, and of course, this is just for you guys. She's done one that I'm gonna take over to Leamington, because one thing to keep in mind is kind of trying to track things for you guys. It's gonna be a little bit easier doing it like this instead of the standard that we've been doing for years. So, and it keeps the ACO a little bit more organized as well. So, I'll find out from her, but we'll see
sure.
what she says on that ad. I've got some more in my truck.
Yeah, no, that, I mean, if
So-
it works, as long as it works for you and you can keep track of it, and,
Yep.
we saw, you sent Danielle something recently.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
yep,
So that's the general that I usually send, except for the mileage. I haven't done that yet. Because I got to find the sheet that you would want it. So anyways, it's just a generic
okay.
that you wanted me to use for the mileage anyways, I think. Just gotta remember where we found that from. So. That was for 2 months.
I saw that. So it's like 48 hours for 2 months, right?
Yep.
24 for 1 month.
and
like,
usually-
that's 6 hours a week.
Yeah, usually in the summertime, you get a lot more calls because you have the individuals that come from out of states, come up to their campsites and stuff on the lake and whatnot. Our normal calls are our normal nuisance calls, they'll always be there. I mean, I'm sometimes getting, 2-3 calls a day for dogs at large. Sometimes, by the time I get out of work, they found their way to their owner. So at that point in time, the only thing I can get is the individual's information that called me in reference to it. And then it's unfounded at that point in time, which really stinks, but.
What about that incident of the dogs over in the East Parsonsfield area? Did you ever have any?
So I contacted the ACO for Standish, and Standish had, so I had Newfield come in, but Standish dispatch had given him the call, and he had already been en route, so they kind of met each other at the location. And Standish's rig was set up better than what Wade had. Standish has an X-Cruiser that has a dog cage on the inside. So all the individual has to do is get a hold of the dog with a catch pole, bring it over to the vehicle. He's got a button that opens the door, puts it up in, shuts the door, and then releases the dog in the cage area. So, and Wade didn't have anything like that, and the ACO from Standish had already had him in his vehicle. So at that point in time, Standish held on to him, scanned them, and it found out that they belonged to somebody in Cornish. So he passed all that information on to Cornish and not me. So,
Okay.
I mean, the call was handled. Wish it was different because I had called the dispatch and tried to find out where the miscommunication was as far as them not calling me. Because at first I got a call from the individual that had the dogs in their paddock area. And I told her that I would have to wait until I got out of work, and she said it was unacceptable, and it's just, while I'm at work doing my propane, I can't just leave there. So, so she ended up calling, she must have called Standish or Cumberland County. I don't know why she would even call Cumberland County, this is York County area. But that's how Standish got involved. They never called Wade, because if the state police had been gotten a hold of first, they would have went to Wade, because he's come in here before in the past. So when I'm on vacation, he usually covers for me. When he's on vacation, I cover for him.
And is he gonna cover for you when you're gone and?
I've got to talk to him.
Okay, I know it's a
The
little ways
big
away.
thing, yeah, the big thing about this is, like I said before, the cell phone that I have right now, and I believe it's the town manager's gonna have it, not one of the select board, because they got a town manager as their government body. So he will have this cell phone. That way the phone is still being answered, or whoever he delegates to handle it at that point in time. So I just need to be able to figure out how we can get it to Wade if Wade agrees to handle the emergency type of calls.
Sure.
So, I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem with it. But the not so emergent calls, he probably wouldn't come over. We've got the understanding with each other that if a call comes in that I can handle when I get back, that I just have to go out and greet the individual and say, you know, this is the law and this is what you need to do. He's not gonna come all the way over here to do that.
Do you ever do anything with Porter's ICO?
I don't,
No?
no. No, as a matter of fact, they've come to me asking if I could be the deputy ACO over there, and I'm trying not to stretch myself too thin. I never wanna stretch myself too thin. I've got my daytime job that, of course, I have to keep. It pays all of my bills. This stuff here, pays for upkeep on my truck, and my equipment, because a lot of the equipment I already own.
I was gonna ask you,
So-
what do you have for equipment?
So, of yours or that I have? So,
In your role as ACO, what do you have that you can use? Do you have a reach
I-
pole? Do you have biting gloves? Do you have?
So I have my own bike gloves. Leamington's also provided me a set of bike gloves, so I have 2 sets of those. I have a catch pole of yours, and I have a catch pole of theirs, so you do have a catch pole. The 2 larger, dog crates, those, Harvest Hills gave to me. So that I can use them. So, you guys have smaller crates in here, but I really haven't looked to see what they are. I know that you have a couple of cat ones, because I did use those down on, North Road on the other end. Somebody had asked if they could use them, so they caught the cats. Usually with surrenders, Harvest Hills would rather have the individual surrender to them directly and not have the ACO involved, which I kinda like that, because they have questions they wanna ask the individual. So, I have, of course, the ballistic vest. You guys paid for a little less than a quarter, and Leamington paid, over $1,100 for that. It was $13.28 was what that ballistic vest came to.
I thought we paid half, no?
Nope. No, I brought it to the select board at time, and one of the select board members decided that it was only gonna be a quarter. It was not the half. So, I can have the town manager send you a copy of the receipt that he has for that if you want. But you guys should have the check here somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have my own bite stick, because that's one of the things that are listed in here. Have a heart traps, I have Leamington's, have a heart traps. I carry my own first aid kit, I buy my own non-latex free gloves. So I have all of that stuff myself. But if you were to have somebody else, it is in the state's recommendations to have that stuff, okay? Let's see. I have a couple of the slip leashes myself, and Leamington has also provided a slip leash. I did not get any slip leash, and I don't believe that there are any out here. You guys do have a horse lead that I did pick up from, down in Cornish there at Metcalf's. That I do have on my truck, and that is you guys's. Shoe covers, I get my shoe covers from Leamington Fire Department. But in the future, if I'm your ACO and I'm not with Leamington, then we would have to look at that, because that's very important when I go into certain situations. I have animals myself. I do not want to bring other people's stuff from their house to my house. The big thing about ACOs is they've got different viruses around, and I don't want to transmit those anywhere. So I try to be as safe as I possibly can. Uniforms, I have my own uniforms, and Leamington has provided me with 2 uniforms. So, and one thing that the state does require, that you give the ACO some sort of ID. Both of the badges that I have of mine, Leamington provides me with a badge that has their town crest on it. So that's how I identify myself over there. Over here, they see the badge, they don't question it over here. So, for my generic stuff.
Okay.
Let's see, nets, I have a cat net that Leamington has provided. I don't have anything other than that.
You keep those things with you when you're out and about, or when you get a call?
So, like Leamington's net is in my, I have a trailer at my house that is airtight, which I keep a lot of their equipment, because if I go to their town and it's on this side of their town, then it's closer for me to just go from my house. So, they allow me to keep that stuff right in my trailer. Cat grabber, I don't have any type of cat grabber, I just use my hands. let's see, coveralls, I don't have any coveralls. And those would be used for like, the hoarding type of scenes. That I would end up having to investigate, or some of these farms that, that have to be investigated from time to time if somebody complains.
Do you feel like you have the equipment, like the basic equipment that you need right now in terms of what you're doing?
Between me and Leamington, yes.
Okay.
So, and that's the big thing right there. I want to try and get you guys, if I'm not here, I want to make sure that you're set up to be able to have somebody do this job with what they need. Because in the end, you're not going to want them to go to a scene, not have it, and either get hurt or say, nope, I'm done. And that's the problem with not having the equipment that you need. I mean, granted, you're never gonna be able to stock everything you need for every call.
No, we wouldn't expect to, so.
No,
Right.
I mean, over in Leamington, I deal with snakes from time to time, and I don't have anything to handle those with, you know? Nor do I feel the need to get it because it's so far and few. So, but, I mean, as far as, and I've told Leamington too, just like I have you guys, that next year, I've stretched myself so thin with 2 towns. You know, you guys, 2 months, you did over 30-something calls. Leamington is up there in calls as well. And when you put those 2 towns together for 2 months, you're doing like almost a year of some of these towns,
Yeah,
you know? And especially having some of the dog bite calls end up, one person will take the other one to court, okay? And then they ask for a FOIA request. A FOIA request, you need to make sure that you have all your documentation and present it in a timely manner. We have had one of those in this town so far. And I'm looking at probably one in the town of Leamington coming up. So it takes time to make sure that everything is all the way it's supposed to be. And that's where a computer or something to be able to use to keep your documents on. At that point in time, it's there. You grab a hold of it, you put it in your email and you send it. Or you print it off and bring it into the office. Because with FOIA requests, of course, it's gotta go through your FOIA officer so that they can redact anything that's not pertinent to what needs to be seen. So, and not to mention, I mean, with files like this and stuff like that, over time, they deteriorate. The important things to remember with an ACO, the calls like your dog bite. The dog bite has to stay on file until 2 years after that dog has been deceased. 2 years. Any of the summonses, you have to keep those for 3 years, and then you're good on those. Any of the notice to complies, you can technically get rid of in a year. So, but if you're trying to see, if you're trying to see a pattern, you may want to keep them longer. And that's where, what I had given you guys the Standish's legal pad that he uses to find people, which would be an ordinance through the town to be able to use something like that. But I will tell you, it would be beneficial here to have something like that, because it will offset your ACO's budget. With the amount of repeat offenders, usually the DA isn't gonna look at me until I've been out there 4 times. And with something like that, the citation, you look on there, the first time can be a warning, second time you're getting fined, the third time you're getting fined, and the 4th time you're going to court. Courts will only take so much from the individual that you bring in to court, so you're not getting back as much as you're spending to have the ACO go out and deal with this. You've got an ordinance right now with the barking dogs.
Right,
And that's a very big one that this will benefit from. It gives them a couple of chances to say, all right, I've had to pay the town this month, this much money, do I really wanna go to court too?
so, we've already discussed that our budget will not, pay for some of your requests, for sure. Equipment requests, you've outlined what you think is absolutely necessary, and I'd have to look and see what we have,
Right.
you know, what we've budgeted for already, but.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have a good amount of equipment.
I do, as long as I stay here, you guys would be able to utilize. But if I don't, then you guys are back to plan one and having a little bit of equipment.
Right.
As far as getting somebody to be able to do it, you know, you pay $50, you take a bunch of courses, you get certified, and then you have to keep up on your licensure. You have to do 8 hours a year, continue educating, which I seem to do pretty decently. And I took a 16-hour course this year, and learned a lot from that. So, I mean, I don't mind if you find an ACO and I be your backup ACO. That's gonna free up my time more than what it is now. Truthfully, I understand where you guys are at. I do. Since I've been here for the last couple of years, I've been kind of nudging. You guys have come up on your payroll, which was a big help for finding somebody, okay? From $17.50 when I started to $22.50. Now you're getting up above to where McDonald's is paying, which is good, okay? It's a dangerous job and you wanna have the right person in this position. Because you don't wanna be going backwards and spending more money for somebody getting hurt. So, but Leamington pays me $13,000 a year. And if I go over my time, so they give me 10 hours, is what they do, guaranteed every week. That's my stipend. If I go over the 10 hours, which from time to time I do, they pay me the $25 an hour more, for whatever that is. And they do my mileage like you guys do. So to go from 13,000 to, I think I'm gonna probably make maybe 3,000 or 4,000 here this year. That's a big difference. You're definitely closer, you are. But that's one big reason for the push for the retention time. Because I'm not doing what I usually do after hours. Sometimes I'm not even going out of the area because I could be getting a call. You know, I make myself available because I am the only person in this area and in Leamington. Unless I pre-plan it. And at that point in time, I'm able to have somebody else cover.
Yeah.
It's hard here because the laws are different with an ACO. ACO is supposed to be sworn in your town to dispatch the duties of the ACO in your town. So like when Standish came over, he's not sworn in here. Even Wade's not sworn in here right now. It's something that I gotta work on to get him over here so that he'll be able to dispatch the duties legally. It's not like the fire department. The fire department, they don't need to have any special licensures to go from one town to a different. It's green across the board. So,
Well, okay, appreciate you coming in and talking to us and, you know, your emails and your lists and that kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, I'll do it as long as I possibly can.
Okay,
But at the end of the day, I mean, I've got to make sure that everything at the house is getting done as well as my daily job, because this is a secondary thing. But, so, I mean, if I was in it to make money, I definitely wouldn't be in this job. Because the wear and tear on my vehicle alone between the two towns
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
is immense. So I may have made $13,000, but I got a lot of oil changes and tires and all of that at the end of the day.
Okay,
So if we can get this other individual interested, it would be a benefit in your favor, I feel,
Sure.
if you had the equipment.
I will reach out to him again and see where we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I'll talk to him. He wants
Sure.
to reach out to me, that I'd be happy to talk to him. It's definitely different than running a vet office, of
Yeah.
course. Of course, he deals with people that own dogs and cats. I don't know what kind of vet he is, but you're also dealing with individuals that have farms. And peacocks as well. If it's a animal that can be domesticated, you're dealing with it in one way, shape, or form.
right, right.
So,
Okay.
but I want to get you guys so that you can offset your budget too. You know, and that's the name of the game here. As you get going forward, if you have all your ordinances in a row, to be able to allow the individual to go out and dispatch their job, they can offset your budget. And it's not burdening the taxpayers as much as it would be right now. So, because they get, for dog licensures, it's probably gone up some, because me being able to see, when I go to that residence, that their dog is licensed, I don't hound them about it. But if they're not in there, and they tell me that they have, I can say, no, you have not, and usually they're like, oh, you're right, maybe that was a couple of years ago. Yeah, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but guess what, now you got a notice to comply, 10 days to get up here and get it done. So, but if it's a neutered animal, you guys get most of the money. If it's not, the state gets most of the money. So,
Interesting.
yes. It is. So, any questions?
You guys? No.
It is a time-consuming position. It really is. Future, you are gonna want to either regionalize with another town so that you can get the actual coverage. The good thing that Ricky provided to you was he was an ACO for another town, and the other town was his full-time job. His boss allowed him to leave Standish, come over, and take care of business over here when he got called. My position does not allow me to do that. So,
Yeah.
and Leamington knows that as well, so they're looking for a secondary person that's
Right.
going to be able to do that. Although this town manager has been talking about doing a regionalization with a full-time ACO with different towns.
Oh, a lot of companies are talking about regionalization.
Yes, yes, fire department.
Yep. Especially when you get out this way, it's probably what's gonna be happening.
Yeah,
Might be the only way for towns to afford the things that we need.
yeah,
As
the
they go up.
volunteerism has gone way down. And it's not so much that the people don't wanna do it, it's the cost to do it.
Yeah, we know.
Really
We know all about
is.
it. Yeah.
So, but you have that list of what an ACO really needs. And you can actually, if you go on to maine.gov and you go under animal control, it will bring you down to the site that I actually can look at, and it has down there the application for an individual to be able to take the accredited course. And it's only $50. I paid my $50 when I took the course. But somebody from here has to sign off on it in order for them to be able to do it. So,
Gotcha.
All right. Appreciate it, David. Thanks for what you do.
Very
Yeah.
not a problem. And I wish things that were in a different position over here, I really do. And I did You know, when I started thinking about this, I do understand.
Yeah,
Over in Porter, I've been pushing them because Cindy's not gonna do it forever either. She really isn't. And when they get to that point in time, it's gonna be a culture shock because they set aside $2,000. It's not, it's more than that. It really is.
yeah,
The price of fuel is up, you know, for a person to take their time out of, you know, their schedule to be able to cover this stuff is really where it's at. And technology has come a long ways as well. So,
yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing we're fighting is the timing of it, right? Is, you know,
I do
we've
know,
got them, they're in what, March is their end of year?
yes.
So yeah, I mean, they're 6 months.
Yep, I'm going through their budgeting right now.
Right.
And usually, and what I do over there is I present my budget. I'll present it to the town manager. And
Yep.
if he wants me to present it to the board, I will present it to the board. I have no problems with that, at all. So, because I know what I spend.
Right.
Because what I do here, over there, it's, I spend turning receipts if I need something, or if it's a vendor that they use, I just purchase and they send them the receipt. So, but kind of like what they did down here at Metcalf's.
Yes,
Um,
right.
One other thing, so I did send you the receipt for the cats for the vet that was in Portland. They sent me a second notice. I sent it to the selectmen. Forward this to you guys again.
Okay. It comes from
Yep.
Gmail.
It comes right from my Gmail, and it's in the invoice from EVESC, Warren Ave. So I just forwarded it again. This is one unsent right this minute. It's probably because I don't have any internet here.
Looking through the selectmen.
Yeah, October 15th, and I sent it to Danielle too. And that one did send through.
October 15th.
Yep.
How much was it for?
Hopefully this will open. Internet and phone service in here doesn't work very well, huh?
You can go on to the Parsonsfield, Town of Parsonsfield guest on your settings, Wi-Fi settings.
Parsonsfield guest. Okay.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Excellent.
302.98.
302.98, yep. That is it.
And you said you did send it to Daniel as well?
Yes.
Print that out.
Excellent. And right on there, you know what? Let me give you this card. It may have been cheaper, I had talked to them, if you had a contract with them. I'm not sure what their contracts entail.
I don't think that we do.
Leamington has a contract with them. So that's the individual there that you would want to contact. But it said right in there when she was going through all the contracts that Parsonsfield declined. So at some point they declined, not saying that you guys declined yesterday.
No.
But it might be something that you might want to look into, or I don't know if there's any other ones around this way. Thing that I found out with taking the cat into Portland is, of course, then afterwards I have to take it all the way to Harvest Hills to drop off. So I don't know of any around this area
There's
that are
one in,
24.
one on Route 16, but I don't know that they're open 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was an emergency vet over there, but like I said, I don't think they are.
Okay, and I've heard through other ACOs that the other one in Scarborough is a lot more money if I had taken it there than the one on Warren Ave in Portland. So that's why I took it up onto Warren Ave.
A
So,
little closer too, probably than Scarborough.
yes, yeah.
There's another one in Portland itself, but again, I don't know that they're open 24/7. It's
Right.
down on Marginal Way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, because I take my dog, or my animals, over to the one in Scarborough. And I won't be anymore, because I know that these other ones are cheaper, so. And they still give great service, they're not, it's not lacking on the services. The other one, I guess, is corporate now, so they've gone up on a lot of their prices. So.
Along with everybody else.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, fortunately.
Yes.
So, okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for coming in.
And so sometimes, and this lady down here didn't realize this, sometimes in an area that none of my cell phones work. So I always tell people that I will call you back in a timely manner as soon as I get service. And a lot of them understand that too, but
Oh, yeah.
If you live out here, you have to understand it.
yes. I am in the process of looking for an SUV because my truck in the wintertime, I'm not putting animals in my back seats. Because that's where my dog goes, so, and I have to make sure that whatever I take from this area or Leamington is in a healthy condition when I get to my destination. So, that way there, nothing comes back on the towns, and nothing comes back on me. So, that's why a lot of towns have, or ACOs have SUVs
Right.
or vans.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, I don't have either of those. So, okay.
Take care,
Thanks,
David.
sir.
Thank you.
So his request wasn't on the warrant.
His request for
No,
what?
payroll, that's why because it's on payroll.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing, anything about this cat come through.
I never remember seeing it, but
It was just an invoice, so it went to Danielle, so.
Well, I mean, I never saw it come through any warrants or anything, I don't think.
Well, we didn't get the warrant last week.
I think it was even on that, as I recall, but. She didn't send the warrant via email to us
it did. She's at.
last week?
Today,
Yeah, today, last week's wasn't?
she sent the warrant, we never went over it.
Right.
Did you end up signing that or no?
Yes. Yeah. I have last week as well, so I wanna see.
Yeah, it's not on last week's either.
Okay. I didn't think Said.
I told them I had spoken to the land share riders over the weekend,
Oh, yeah.
and I suggested to them that they follow through with the original intent of having a forum with the residents.
Yeah.
But if we were gonna be present to help mediate it, we needed to advertise, they needed to set it up with us. And I think that's probably why they weren't here, I think they got confused about what I was suggesting.
Oh,
Because I said during a regular business meeting, which is
Right.
when they told me they were coming, it's hard to get in everything they wanna say.
right.
But all the signs are down off the road, I saw that.
So one thing we haven't workshopped yet, which we absolutely and really need to do it, is select board assistant role. Where do we want to go with this? How do we want to move forward? When I'm in here on Mondays, I'm doing an awful lot of searching and looking for, different pieces of information and also, taking phone calls and that kind of thing. It would be very helpful to redefine what we need, and if we can do that.
Speak.
Like next Monday,
Yeah.
and workshop type thing.
What else do we have for next Monday?
What about Thursday?
This is Len Chairman.
Hey, I had you down at 4:30 today for a workshop.
Well, we're having a select meeting tonight about it.
Well, I also told our game warden, Tyler Harhart, about it for 4:30, and I think we had talked about 4:30, so,
Because I talked to him and Steve Thistle, and neither one could make it.
okay, well, and I have the email that says 4:30, so, I mean, it's 5:30. Come on in. Come on in, come on down.
I thought it was a regular selectmen meeting.
Well, we have a select board meeting at 6, but we wanted to workshop with you so that they,
Okay, well, I
yeah,
was unaware of that. But I'm here now.
okay.
Slow but sure. Hi, Aaron.
How we
You
doing?
by yourself, or?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just me. I wanted to get early so I don't have to hobble in front of everybody. And take forever.
Sure.
All right, I have a seat right here, if that's
You got it?
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it, Tom?
Yeah. Okay. One more month to go to get the other hip.
There you go.
Oh,
Finally be
good
able to
luck
walk.
with that other one, I hope it's better.
Different doctor.
Yeah, okay. All right.
All right. What can I do? Answer for you.
Are you looking for your chair right back that you gave me?
What was that? Yeah, I guess so, or you can hang on to it. So what I have here in front of me
Yes.
is your trail map
Sure.
for sale. And the area in question, all right, the road that is causing so much controversy, Hasty Road,
Right.
from 153 to the trailhead parking lot,
Yep.
is not a trail.
Okay. I talked to Bob Libby, who was around when, let me see, I got all my notes here. 'Cause I know there was verbal permission to give there back when the club opened, or close to the proximity. All right, hold on, I got some names here. Let me figure out where they're at. Let me take this one. Okay. Bob Strout was our trail master for approximately 12 years. Before that, Don Taylor, Sonny Fox, Dixie Thompson were all under the club back then. I talked to a Bob Libby, who's been around the neighborhood forever, and he told me yesterday that, Tom, that you absolutely had permission in the beginning, back then from, I don't know why the warden service was the one given the permission, but unfortunately, there was so much done by verbal. So as far as it being a paperwork trail, I looked hard. I can't even find any of the old grants from like over 3 or 4 years ago. So somewhere along the line, somebody chucked them. Also, I got a phone call into Harvey Newcomb. Newcomb, he's the one that signed that 1922 slip that includes a road. I talked to his son. He wants my phone number, and Harvey hasn't got back to me yet. Because he's the one that gave permission to use a trail. If you look at the notes, it mentions a trail down, it shows a little number 1 note, you go down to the bottom of it, one of them numbers is Hasty Road.
The only thing I've seen that Harvey might have signed was a list of people who gave verbal permission. There's no written agreement about using it.
So, I understand all that. I've only been in it for 3 years, but there's no way that, so I came in the picture 3 years ago. My trail master told me for 23 and 24 that he had gotten verbal permission from a selectman. I should have asked who. So I'm like, okay, put it on your list. So I'm obviously, I haven't done it this year because we're working on it. 22, it shows that one. But like I said, it's a huge gray area. But to say we've never got permission is wrong. How it all came about, I don't know, but that's in the past. I want to move forward.
Okay, so right now you don't have written permission. We have lots of complaints about ATVs on Hasty
Yep.
Road. I do appreciate you taking the signs down. And is there a new parking lot going in there? Is that,
Yep.
it's kind of near where the other trailhead is, right across from it? Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
So, as far as giving up all the Hasty Road is what I'm being told, because problems down on the flats. Okay, so you just cut off 3 of our trails and there's no more access to go down the Randall Lake. So I don't understand how there's been no problems, hardly, nobody's ever told me anything about Hasty Road, except years ago when Danielle had a big issue with a couple people passing her. I have not heard a word. I actually last year, when I was going by her mom's house, like, you know what, there's a lot of dust going on down here. And their house is close to the road. I'm thinking, I wouldn't want that. We need to stop putting calcium chloride down. So sure enough, we do that. I meet Debbie roadside while she's walking a dog, and I tell her what you're doing, and she was so happy. She goes, "You would do that for me? That's so great." That was last year. Now all of a sudden this year, we have this major chaos. I just don't understand what has changed. I mean, I know we've opened up to motorcycles. It's all been open anyway except the plantation. And that might be part of the problem. But half the bikes that are going down that road are registered for the road. So how are you going to stop them?
Well, if, you know, if our game wardens were here, we might have a little conversation with maybe some more presence on the road for that particular issue.
Yes, I actually would hope
Traffic
they
is
do.
increasing everywhere, holidays come, and
Yeah.
the comments I hear from residents is that the ATVs just fly up and down that road, especially on weekends and especially on holiday weekends.
Well, that's going to be a lot of traffic. And I'm not going to say that there's nobody doing it.
Right.
But unfortunately, the small majority that do is the ones that get all the attention.
So are you telling me that if you trailer your ATV to the parking lot, that you can't access Randall Lake Trail? Of course you can. You can go down Middle, you can go over towards Middle Road from Hasty to get to Randall.
No, that's all possible.
Yep.
But at one point the trail went up Stagecoach Road because we got on the Mary Brown Road. Okay? And
Were
This-
these all temporary?
when Mary Brown Road got closed because Mike Taylor didn't want the commotion going by his house, which I understand. That was before me. I don't know what the agreement is. So since that whole time, there's probably close to 50 residents in this town that use Hasty Road to access the parking lot. Some of them don't even have trailers. So this has been ongoing for some time. So I really think, so there's over 300 of us registered ATVs between Porter here. And I just don't think that shutting down all access on town roads so people don't have to wheeler past their house is not fair. Our goal is to open up another trail for people from Lost Mile, people from Mountain Road, people from Stagecoach Road, can all access their trails by using the roads. It's commonplace in many, many towns. Some towns, they open every road to every road. So I'm not, I understand the question, sure, we can trail it down there, but there's going to be a lot of trailers going by that house. And going to be lots of dust. And you're still going to have hoodlums. Not going to care. You're still going to have registered motorcycles. They're not going to stop them. I have been told personally by two people that live down in that area. Not those people there that have multiple off-road vehicles. Two of them told me they want the club closed because they want to go back to the old days where they could ride anywhere. Okay, that's their mindset. Live right down there. So these people ain't gonna stop. They think they have the right to ride plantation-owned roads. We've had to kick Jeeps out of there, trucks.
Well, you do have access to some plantation-owned roads, and you also have access on Hasty past the trailhead parking lot.
Wait a minute. Which way? Heading toward
Well,
Miller
it
Road?
looks to me like you've got right here,
Yeah, that's a
And
loop
then-
to get us off the road.
right, and you got this, and then you got a little Hasty, then you come over here.
Right, and then there's
go
another
down,
trail that's gonna be
and then you
opened
go
back
down to
up.
Woodward.
Yep, I understand. You can trailer it there.
Right, so you can trailer to this parking lot, and then
Yeah.
you've got access to all these trails going everywhere.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just looking at it from somebody that, I'm within legal rights to ride to Hayward. I'm within the 1,500 feet that you can legally ride to a trailhead per the state. But what-
1,500?
500 feet.
500.
Yes, yes.
No, it's 500 yards, right?
Yeah,
500.
yeah,
Right. He said
Yards.
50.
500
Okay.
yards. Yeah.
1,500 feet.
So I personally didn't do anything illegal. I don't know the whole history, like I said. So when I work with Porter, Porter loves us. We do some things for Porter to make them happy, above and beyond the role. They call us with a problem. I even took care of some hoodlums that had nothing to do with the club. One of the selectmen called me, said, "Tom, can you give me a hand with this?" Sure enough, I got a hold of Fish and Game. They dealt with it. They were happy as could be. So, we're not out here destroying things. But anyways, I just don't understand I mean, they signed us 15 roads we could use up there. Stamp thing. There was an issue with a guy with a little bit of speeding on his road. So they call me from the town hall. Go, hey, can you go up there and see what this guy's problem was? Went right up there. He goes, well, they're driving a little too fast. Can you change the speed limit? Okay. So, we're on top of things that we know about. I know nothing about what happened on Hasty Road other than what you've told me and what Danielle sent me texts about. I have not heard one word from anybody that lives down there except the two people that want it closed so they can do whatever they want. So, I just don't think it's fair. I get it for now till we can find another route to get out of the section of houses.
Mm-hmm.
But down the road, we're going to open up another trail somewhere. But we're going to need some help from the town to give us some access points to get to it. And there's really no reason that you can't go down Stagecoach Road. Half the people aren't even there. So, I mean, been going by houses for years. I mean, I just don't think it's fair to shut all of it down that's been going on for a long time. Like I said, if I had a problem in Porter, I get on the phone, I call Brett Day, the selectman. I go, hey, Brett, can we use the trails this year? Yep, okay. Brett calls me, Tom, I got an issue. Okay, I'll go take care of it.
Brent is not on the select board anymore.
Unfortunately, he's not.
Right.
But that went on for years.
Well, we're not.
I don't know
Porter.
about Parsonsfield.
We're not Porter or Parsonsfield.
Right.
And we're not taking all access away, and we're not taking trails away. We're talking about a section of Hasty Road that is not currently open to ATVs.
Okay, like I said, I said right from the get-go, I told you, I understand we need to get off that section of Hasty Road. I understand that. These people probably had enough going by that house all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I would like to see, and the club would like to see, close the trail from 153 to Lawn Knox Road. That's an unused road down in there. I believe it's part of Parsonsfield. Hi, Mike. And because we have quite a few people that come over from that area and use that to access the trails.
Am I late?
No, we're not.
No, we're late.
I
Oh.
had you guys down at 4:30. I
thought it
don't
was
know
6.
where that, I don't know where Lawn Knox Road.
It's probably, so if you go around the corner past the houses and you kind of go up a hill, And just past the top of the hill, there's a dirt road left there that is not maintained at all. And we have probably have half a dozen or so people that live over like on Colcord Road, is that what it is?
Colcord Pond
Colcord
Road?
Hill.
No,
Colcord Pond?
Colcord Hill's off 153.
Oh, I know where that is, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just,
So they're coming on 153 on their 8?
No, they're coming from Colcord Hill. It's a dirt road, a bunch of roads. What's Emerson Road down in there too, I believe? So, anyways,
I got a question about the meeting.
yes.
Looking at your map.
Oh, I was told it was 6 o'clock and there's people coming at 6 o'clock.
Well, there is, but she sent me a text apparently.
Yeah, I said, I talked to you on the phone and I said, how about
Not me.
Monday at 4:30? No, I
No,
think it
not
was
me.
you talked.
Was it?
Talked, yeah, 4:30, and
I
I
mean-
emailed Tyler Harhart and I said 4:30 for the workshop.
Well, there's people.
So I'm not gonna say you didn't tell me, cause I'm pretty looped lately, all these drugs they have me on, so I might have missed that piece,
Well,
okay?
that's what we had you do, I think these guys were aware of it as well, at 4:30, so, yeah. Yeah,
Okay, so there's still a meeting at 6.
there's a select board meeting at 6,
Okay,
but,
good.
yeah.
So anyways, like I said, right from the get-go, I was all about getting out of there, cause I understand. But, you know, then I hear for the grapevine that all of Hasty Road is coming up to be closed.
There's a lot of misconception and rumor and all that thing, and all that.
Nothing we would like better is to get this straightened out and be totally transparent with the town. And,
The section in question is exactly the section that is not marked as a trail. And that would be from 153 in Taylor City to your trailhead. See where it says parking? This is your map.
hold on. Yes, that is where does this one come from? I don't know why it's not on there, but it's on all the other ones. I don't know who. Yes, I don't know who did this, but they
Yeah,
left that out. Yeah, they left Tasty Road out. But anyways, right about here is Long Knoxwood. Right about halfway down. So that's where we would like to put up end of trail signs on both ends from those 2 points. At least for the next month of the trails being open.
I don't understand. You're saying you want ATVs, is this?
Up to that line, that's Long
So they
Knoxville.
can go from your parking lot to this line?
Yep, so they can get over the Colcord Road and Emerson Road.
I drive down there all the time, but I'm not sure I know exactly where that
It's,
curve is.
it's on the left.
It's on the left.
As you're
not
going
marked.
towards here, right?
Towards here,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I know the area, but,
Yeah, it
yeah,
just looks like a trail.
yeah.
So, like I said, not here to argue, but, moving
What
forward.
happened to the idea of getting the neighbors all these neighbors from 153 to the trailhead together so we can have a community forum?
Yes,
And-
we never, remember, we were here talking about that.
Yes,
We never got any response back.
from any of the neighbors?
No, from you, from the town.
My understanding was that you were going to talk to the neighbors and set up something.
See, there's a lot of misconfusion.
Yeah,
There really is.
That was Steve Thistlewood's idea, which he's still on board with.
Yes.
Oh, I know what it was. You sent me an email back in August because I was trying to get a selectman and you folks were very busy with a bunch of things.
Budget.
Budget, leak, voting. So I'm thinking, well, they're pretty busy right now. And so, between that happening and me and being unsure exactly what we're gonna do here, I never
Well,
contacted.
rather than drag it out, I think we're not trying to take your fun away, and certainly everybody in Maine recreates, that's
Yeah.
what we do. But we're also, responsible for the whole town and
Yep.
all the residents, and if there's complaints and speeding
Right.
and accidents and people cutting people off, then that's a real concern to the town.
Absolutely.
And if we could get Steve or Tyler
Yep,
to attend a meeting,
yep.
with the select board and interested parties on Hasty Road.
Yep,
I
that'd be
would be
great.
very open to listening to what that possible solution
And
could be.
also, we
Yep.
need to get on the, because I honestly thought we were on the agenda for the selectmen meeting tonight.
You were on the workshop agenda.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
Okay, be that as it may.
Yeah, is it a
Well,
me?
You're here
anyway,
now.
we need to get on the select board meeting and have the town's people come in and speak also, for or against.
Well, that's what I was talking about, doing a community
Yep.
forum and having
Yes,
our game
okay.
wardens present so that we
Right.
have some legal
I
representation
think
about
that's a great idea.
And then, during a business meeting, the town makes the decision.
I think we need to advertise that.
Yes, we do.
The select board anyway.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no
and
question.
it's like I
More of
looked
an
tonight,
indication to the residents there, you know,
No,
hey,
no
show up.
question,
I looked tonight on the website,
right.
there's no agenda for the meeting tonight that I could find. Usually, when you bring up the calendar and you hit the meeting, doesn't the agenda usually come up with the,
So Steve Thistlewood was
No, I
on the
saved it
range,
to the
so he
workshop,
couldn't
that's
make
why.
it tonight.
huh?
Saved it to the wrong one.
Tyler's day off
On the
is
workshop, not the
Monday,
regular
so he
meeting.
Oh.
couldn't make it.
Well, see, that's the kind of stuff that confuses people.
So what if we reach out to the two wardens?
Yeah,
and ask them when they're
absolutely.
available, and
That's
then
fine, I'm in
put it on that?
contact, I bet I talk to those people once every week or two.
And
Because
just
we have
like,
multiple projects we're working with the warden service with.
and just to let you know, I have spoken to the road agent of Parsonsfield with him, and he was very happy to hear from me. There's some issues that we wanna fix that might be troublesome on some of the tar roads in the future.
Middle road especially.
And we have a solution that clubs throughout the states use that will save the tar.
Stones from
And-
being
and-
kicked out in the road and all
And
that.
Meyer was very happy to talk to me, he was glad I called him, that we, you know, cause this is my first year being trail master.
Or we could have Maya attend as well.
Yeah.
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 We did it up in Porter, started doing it, but that road's already been paved, we gotta wait. Is Middle Road getting paved?
Not, certainly not this year.
Okay, cause we kinda have to wait till it's paved, or
Okay,
when they
yeah.
go in and make the road, they're gonna wreck it.
Well, when I was talking to Meyer though, I'm gonna meet him there. And we might be able to put him in prior, but I'm gonna get with him. So they lock in with the tar. And what it is, it's a gridded pavers. And they make like a honeycomb in their cement. Right now what's happening, and I've shoveled off Middle Road a few times this year. It will stop the rocks from being thrown onto the tar road. So we do have, you know, we're trying to be proactive on that portion.
Try to be as much as we aware of.
Okay, keep us informed of that too, because
Yeah.
that's basically our
Yeah.
jurisdiction as well,
Mhm.
our roads, so.
Yep,
Right, exactly, and that's why I called Maya.
Yeah.
And another thing we were probably wrong on, which I'm gonna swear, I did not know that Village Riding was in Parsonsfield. I thought Keyser Falls,
I thought
I
Keyser,
honestly did.
but then they told me at
Well,
Porter,
it
no,
is
Keyser
Keyser
Falls is an area of
I know, but I
Porter,
didn't realize it was
Parsonsfield,
part
and
of
Iowa.
Parsons,
Oh, okay.
okay?
Okay.
Like, huh?
I mean, I've been in, this is actually, since I joined the club, it's my first time really going up to that area. You know, so that's all new to me because I had no reason to go that far. And we were having our meetings at Keyser Falls Fire Department.
So I couldn't go upstairs.
That's-
Right, I remember that, yeah,
Yeah.
Because I travel Hasty Road all the time,
yeah.
the speed limit on Hasty Road is 35 miles per hour. So even for a car on that dirt road, that is fast. I mean,
Yeah.
the
We were
people-
told it was
and when you come-
45.
Yeah,
Well, it's
absolutely.
35 according to the sign.
Okay.
I don't think anything's.
And when
Yeah.
you come around the corner, there are sometimes people walking and they literally will dive in the woods because even, it happened to me last week and I was only going 30 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew who they were, so I called them later and said, listen, I wasn't trying to run you over. It's frightening because there's no walking trails there.
And what's sad too
And
is,
if you're on a smaller vehicle, a UTV or an ATV, and you're going 35 on that road, it's gonna seem like you're going 70.
Well, well, you are supposed to go 15 miles per hour, right?
Well, we don't legally have the authority to enforce that. We can post whatever we want, but in the real world, it has no meaning.
We have it posted 15 past the houses. And then from there, it increases to 25, if I'm not mistaken, to the trailhead,
But right now, the signs are gone.
the signs.
Well,
would say-
I got, there's one up there because I can't do it, my wife couldn't reach it, so Mikey's gonna take care of it.
Yeah,
I'd say from now till, till we have our meeting, we could maybe look at the calendar, because we're getting close to having to move into the other room.
Sure.
The roads off, closed, and we'll pick some kind of a date at some point. I mean, we're getting to the end of the season anyway.
And the season's over November 30th.
Yes.
That's
and one
what
thing
the
you do-
plantation recommends, so that's what we go with.
One thing you do have to understand is that we can post it closed. And I think Tom already did.
Yeah, I already told them, they're still gonna have
We
some
can-
issues.
We cannot control what people,
We totally get that, we totally understand.
And there's a misconception, it's people from Mass, everybody always don't, no, it's not. It's local people, mostly younger kids.
and there's times where we've been accused of doing donuts. I've seen it.
There
I
was
had
someone,
to
there was a
hate
truck going
I
on.
see when I.
They-
I
they-
got
I
my
see
first-
we see it with cars, we
Yeah.
see it with everything.
There's everything down there misbehaving.
We totally understand you're not gonna control
So I think what Jen wants to clarify is we're not trying to take away Hasty Road's access, we're trying to find a way to make you guys meld together with the neighbors.
Well-
Or not you guys, but riders in general.
Exactly. And to stay away from those people's houses is the best way. And like I said, I don't know if I'd want it going by my house for like 17 years. I mean, they're right on the road. I'm thinking the dust is going right in there.
You're on Stagecoach and people use that road constantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm an ATVer.
Right.
If I wasn't,
I had that conversation with Jen earlier, though, a lot of people on Stagecoach, Lost Mile, Mountain Road,
Yeah.
use those roads, so that's something the club needs to
Yeah, 'cause
address
the town
for
uses them.
access points later.
Deb's, I don't know if it's her father or, anyways, Danielle's grandfather was part of the club years ago. You know.
This is the end of October.
yep.
We've got holiday, we've got other commitments for food pantries and meetings and workshops, and maybe the first thing we do is find out when Steve and Tyler would have the same
Yes.
evening that they have off. Why don't we try to do that?
Yep, I'll try to
first?
coordinate that because I also want Brett from the ATV department to come down. Brett, me, and Thistlewood, we're all working on a huge project up in Porter. And so I'm in constant trying to get a grant going in communication with those two.
So do you wanna handle that, then you can take.
Yeah,
that.
I can get rid of, I can give you guys the dates, I'll give them a call,
Well, you're gonna give us a date for the meeting, right?
Well, the first thing would be to find out if Steve and
Yeah, when they can
Tyler
be there.
would be available to be there.
So who's gonna make that contact, you guys or us?
It'll be on a,
Tom said you would,
Okay.
right? You're gonna.
yes, I'll do that. So
It'll
we
be
wanna
on a
call it a
Monday night.
workshop?
Oh, well,
6 p.m.
doesn't have-
Can't be on a Monday night at
Can't be
6
on a
p.m.
Monday.
why?
We have a selectmen's meeting
We
every
have
Monday
select
night.
meetings,
Why
yeah.
can't we do it as like?
Because
This is a.
Tyler's not gonna be able to be
community
there
forum.
is one of the reasons.
This would be like a
It's not a
public
typical-
hearing. This
It's
would
not a
be,
typical meeting
it's
like.
not a typical
it's a
business
special
meeting.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so this ain't the public hearing,
Right.
where the public would come. That would be at a select board meeting.
No, we're talking about doing a community
We're
forum.
doing, yeah, just
Like we talked
a
about
total
the other
different thing.
Right, but that's a workshop or is that a select meeting?
No, neither one.
Neither.
Neither
We do it on a
one.
Tuesday
This
night.
town confuses the hell out of me.
No, we're trying to get
We're trying
you
something new.
legal
Okay.
representation and your neighbors together.
Yes, that's
For
a
like-
perfect idea.
That's fine.
Kind of fell apart, but let's make it happen.
So when
We'll
you
wait to
reach
hear,
out to us-
yeah, you'll.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a hold of 3 of them, see if they can all give me a solid date.
Get them to do a couple of dates, because we have meetings on Wednesdays that, we wouldn't work, might not work well.
Okay, Monday's a no-go.
Monday's no-go,
Okay, because Tyler can't be anywhere here anyways, because that's his day off.
okay,
So, okay, so try to keep it off Wednesdays and definitely not Monday.
right.
Okay, that's what
And
I'll
we're
pass
gonna
on
need
to.
Advertise it, so we're gonna need like.
Yep, so then we need to,
Least
yeah,
10 or
least it.
14 days to
Yeah.
get it out.
All right. I mean, the trail's closed a little bit, so it's actually a non-issue as far as using it again.
Right, and
But
it's,
we
yeah.
need to move forward
Yep,
with
and
it.
it means we have several meetings through the off-season.
Sure.
Until we get to a point where everybody's happy.
Like that
Just
idea?
to kick us out of town.
We're not gonna kick you.
I know, thanks, Jen,
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Where you going?
This meeting, see who shows up.
All right, folks, I'm calling the workshop closed. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Oh. Come on. So, is it worth my while to stay around for the selectmen meeting, or is that just the detail?